Whoa, this is the illusion reporting from somewhere on spaceship Earth. I gotta chime in on this whole scene again, man. I don't know. I was scrolling through the gram, the Insta bad vibagram, dude. Remember when it used to just be, dude? Don't you wish you'd go back to photos of people eat people's meals? Remember when we used to complain that Instagram was just people's meals? Don't you wish it was that once again? Don't you? Don't you wish the Instagram was just pictures of children and hamburgers and lasagnas and good vibes and good times, and now it's just filled with people displaying their ability to get conned. Sad state of affairs, man. So I was scrolling through, and I saw my former pastor drank the Kool-Aid on this one, and I was like, whoa, dude, like, how does a pastor fall for this, dude? How does a pastor fall? And he said, like, we got to wipe him out and stuff. I was like, whoa, dude, like, wipe him out? Yeah, you're not thinking clearly, dude. And so this is what this is. This is a test again. I was talking to Jordan about this, and he's like, the road's going to keep getting narrower and narrower. They're cleaving groups of people off. That they cleave the country in half with the Orange Man bad thing in 2016. I watched people that were dedicated, nonviolent, peace-loving. I wouldn't inflict violence on anybody, people. All of a sudden, after that election, justified the assassination of the Orange Man. Like, no, we need to take him out. We need to take these people out, right? Like insanity, dude. I saw that in 2016, right? It blew my mind. It blew my mind how quick that happened. How quick that people that had formerly been about peace, love, community, building, communicating, all of these things suddenly just in the blink of an eye just were like, we need to assassinate this guy, right? Whoa. And then you move the ball forward, and then you had the big coup and the lockdowns, and then there was another cleaving of each one of those halves, right? If the country got split in the right-left paradigm, then each one of those halves got split into the sauce, no sauce camps, right? And you're the enemy and it didn't matter. That happened on both sides. I mean, look, the Orange Man was a hustler of the sauce, so half those people got all sauced up, and then the other side was like all about like censorship and lockdowns, and if you don't take the sauce, you don't deserve to eat and have a job and all that crazy Sean Penn type of stuff, right? And then you move the ball forward, and then you had the big J6 hustle, where again it was another cleaved where people were like, indefinite detention, round them up, lock them up, blah, and just strip everybody of their God-given rights to freely assemble and do whatever, because and again, each one of these events had a certain element to it that's like super uncool, man. Like super uncool, like bad vibes, you're out, dude. And here we are, man. Like, is this the final cleaving of people? Is this the people? Like, I've seen people that, dude, my former pastor was a dude who stood up for the little guys during the coup and kept his church open and was all about it, dude. All about standing up to the man and pushing back on the thing, and then this thing happens, and now he's all about the man. We got to go crush people. We got to go crush them, dude. I was like, whoa, dude, do you know what you're saying? Yeah, I get it. Like the political entity that's doing these bad things, yeah, you got to crush them, but in order to crush them, you have to kill women and children to do this. And you're a preacher. You're a man of God. You never mentioned any of this up until you never said, hey, we need to go in and help these people achieve some sort of balance. I don't remember hearing any one of your sermons ever being like, you know, the situation over there is tricky, and me as a pretty prominent preacher, maybe I need to go over and speak to people in both of these camps so that we can help them achieve some sort of mellow space so they can picnic and don't ultimately commit atrocities on each other. And this dude's talking about crushing them. I mean, you have the leaders of this country over there calling people animals and saying that they need to be like eliminated. And I'm like, whoa, dude, no. Adults are a different ball of wax, but we're talking about children on both sides, dude. This is where like I'm not buying in. Like people want to be like, you're for them or you're for them. No, I'm about like the children not being killed or oppressed or raised in oppression, dude. We can do better as humanity, but like, this is the thing. You have people actually talking about like nuking countries and glassing people, and I have no empathy in the sense, and I go, dude, look at your own children, dude. Is this the world you want to give to your children and your grandchildren, Mr. Preacher? The justification, you're claiming to be a man of God, and you're justifying the crushing of a group of people and wondering why they're committing atrocities at the same time. Like in a weird way, this has revealed everybody's like darkness. That their principles of love and forgiveness and grace and dignity don't apply when the shit hits the fan, right? Because what's happening now proves why these people did what they did, because that was happening already to them too. And again, nobody's right here. This is all a bunch of wrong. But I'm making this video is just to say, don't get caught up in this, dude. Just ask yourself, and I've said that's the hallmark of this thing all the way along. I said it during the coup, during the riots, during all of this. Check your own heart. If you've been convinced to have hatred and justify hatred and abuse on other people, you need to look inside your heart and go, what is wrong with you, dude? What is wrong with you? Because if you can justify that against other people, and dude, there is real like reasons to like look at that and be like, that seems like a valid response. But then you go through the process and you realize like, oh, that which I do unto others will be done unto me. So if I want violence and retribution and to hurt other people in the name of the hurt I have, what do you think they feel? This is what we're seeing right there, is two groups of people staring at the mirror, and each one is seeing their own reflection of darkness reflected back at them, dude. The Hamas lunatics are getting their reflection from the IDF Israeli lunatics. And the Israeli IDF lunatics are getting their reflection back from the Hamas lunatics. And both of them see nothing but evil in each other. And both of them want to eliminate each other. You don't want any part of that. Check your head, check your heart, check your soul. You do not want to be part of that mirror reflection, dude. And if you have that, if you're sitting there justifying one group of violence versus another group of violence, those are mirrors reflecting you back to yourself, dude. And you run the risk of that being the gift that you receive from your own reflection. We can do better, and we need to speak up and not be afraid to be labeled as this or that. I stand for children not being harmed. You have people that up to 5 days ago claimed they were all about saving the children, dude, from the traffickers and the abusers. And now we live in a world where both sides are holding their dead babies, going, look at my dead baby. I'm going to kill all those people. How did this happen? This happened because of apathy. And I've been warning on this channel that situation over there in Gaza was going to come up one day, and it was going to rear its ugly head, because it is the dark shoebox in our consciousness that we have, as a world society, have chosen to neglect for my entire life. Since the moment I have been born, that situation of abuse has been going on over there. And I'm not trying to say that their reactions to the abuse are justified. I'm just saying, when you abuse people, the abused people respond with abuse. When you love people, they respond with love. So when I see my former pastor talking about we got to wipe them out, I'm like, dude, how do you think that's going to end up? And I talked about it today, dude. Like, there's only two paths forward in this scenario, because they're making them, there are only two paths forward. Either it's genocide of this group of people because they're animals and they're horrible and this and that, or there's hundreds of thousands of damaged people because violence has been inflicted upon them, that are going to express their violence not in a therapist office, but on the people that inflicted the violence. So there's no way out of this, because both paths forward equal bad vibes on our soul record for everybody. You see, this, everybody gets dirty on this one if we aren't careful here. I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, as sure as I can check in with my own heart, if you don't speak up about the violence that everybody's inflicting on everybody here, you have to wear that dark baggage with you, man. Because violence begets violence, begets violence, begets violence, dude. And when will you learn the truth of that violence? When it finally ends up in your... I've watched people's posts cheering for the day that sleeper cells are coming up from the south over the southern border. We're going to handle that. You don't want that. That's not what you want. That's not the world you want for yourself. You want the world where we can picnic together, or alone, or wherever with our families, dude. And you're like, but those people over there, they want my doom and death and destruction. They're an anomaly, just like the people that want death and destruction over here are an anomaly too. The average person doesn't, but they're trying to trick everybody to pick a side. You don't have to pick those two sides. There is another path forward. It is love and forgiveness. That's why I can't believe a preacher, my former pastor, is saying this, because he's forgotten that he is fallen. We are all fallen. The forgiveness that was granted to us by the sacrifice that Jesus gave us on the cross, and his resurrection to prove that God is true, was so that we could remember what the forgiveness is, because he forgave us, right? For our broken ways. But you don't get forgiven again. If you've been forgiven and then you take that knowledge and that information and you forget it and you inflict violence and death and destruction and you justify death and destruction upon other people, dude, the forgiveness I don't know, man. You probably can be. I don't know, man. God's pretty forgiving, dude. But what I'm trying to say right now, dude, is why get involved with that bad baggage? Why get involved with that bad baggage of being like, yeah, I'm for this or I'm for that, or I'm against this, or I'm against that. When either one of those four are against involves the death and destruction of women and children, and the destruction of their homes, and like, dude, this is gross, man. No, everybody's wrong, dude. Because this is the human condition, is justifying violence for the sake of violence. No, it's supposed to be the other way around. You're supposed to stop the chain of pain. The truth, if they had been for real, right, when this bad thing happened 5 days ago, they could have reached down into their soul of forgiveness, and that entire nation went and encircled that Gaza Strip and got down on their knees and prayed and was like, dude, we're millions of us here. We're praying and we're forgiving, and let us come together and change this dynamic. And then they inflict violence on you. Well, then it's a different game, right? But then again, isn't that the whole, I mean, again, I don't know, dude. All I know is, man, like, somebody's got to get on their knees and pray for forgiveness. Somebody. I hear the leaders who are supposed to be, not the political leaders, I mean the cultural leaders in our society, justifying the elimination of a group of people, dude. That's shameful. And it's not because what they did the other day had any merit. It's because what they did the other day came from them being ignored for so long. And if we had taken all this energy we have right now about destroying them now, and had taken all this worldwide energy to helping them a week ago, maybe they wouldn't have done what they did. Or maybe they're just psychopaths and they do what they do. But either way, like, we have never tried as a world to be part of the solution for these people that are being abused. And they've never seen the world stand up for them, dude. They've seen the constant abuse. Are their actions justified? No. But is the response to the action, spiritually, metaphysically, godly speaking, justified? I don't think so, man. Not the way it's going down. Not the way it's going down. Because this reeks of military-industrial complex. This reeks of evildoers conning people into reactionary vibes, dude. Anyway, we can do better. We can do better. I'm trying to stay consistent with my message I've had ever since I've been making these videos, dude, is use the name tags, dude. Use the name tags, man. Because you're on the other side of the name tag just as much as they're wearing the name tag. Do unto others as you would hope to have them do unto others. It doesn't say do unto others as they do unto you, right? That's not the game. The game is, they did that to me, so therefore I do that to them. The game is to show them love so they show you love back. And if they don't show you love, then you forgive them, dude. The highest form of, like, the next level of love, dude. I get it. People kick in the door, things happen, but at a certain point, we're not being truthful with the narrative, with the historical context, with the passage of time. We're not being true with that. We're not being true with what has occurred here and what is going to occur. What is going to occur is real bad, and I don't see it unwinding. Maybe because the big corporations don't want to lose their stuff. The big oil companies don't want to lose their game. So yeah, they'll probably back it all down here in like 3 or 4 days or a week, and everybody can go back to their pretending that they don't participate in this. Don't participate in this violence, dude. Do not do it. It's insanity. And the more and more I see people falling victim to the insanity, the more horrified I am, dude, because I'm seeing people that supposedly understood the truth and the narrative and understood the manipulation have fallen for this one. Check your hearts, people. Check your hearts. If that's not love and forgiveness radiating from your heart, then you got to go back and do some work on yourself, because that's what this whole test is about down here, man. Can you dig deep enough into your heart to forgive, man? To forgive. Love those. See, that's the point, right? That's why I'm tripping that my pastor, my former pastor, my new pastor's rad, dude, but my former pastor, unbelievable, man. Unbelievable, dude. I'm just super bummed about it, dude. Because this would have been the time to teach the message. But we're not. We're just going to get up on one side of the military-industrial complex and be like, yeah, go get them, dude. Oh, boy, dude. Woohoo. Seems like a good idea to me. Not. Anyways, The Illusion, if you like my channel and what I do and my message, you can buy some t-shirts, dude. I got the hat. I got the long sleevers here. I just made a bunch in the garage here, and we're just trying to ride the wave, man. And with that said, take care of yourself, check your heart, and use the name tags. Good night.